already have a court date on, and you have a new case. Actually, I guess it's not new, it's just it's a shoplifting from July 11th that you haven't been seen on already for some reason. So we're gonna order that you not return to the store, don't have any contact with alleged victim. And I'm gonna release you on this matter. Your court date that's already in existence remains July 31st, 10 o'clock at Tucson City Court. You're excused.
Okay.
You're excused.
So does that mean I'm released?
Yes.
Huh?
Really?
Oh, but I'm still inside God today.
Hold on. He is being held on a felony. We're going to, okay, so you're gonna stay there on the felony. I'm not seeing you on that. I'm just seeing you on this misdemeanor. But you have the July 31st is a non-transport review, which means your attorney will be in court, but you will not. We'll appoint the public defender who's already representing you on the other cases. July 31st, 10 o'clock. Felony hold.
All right.
All right. Sorry about that. You're excused. Oh.
Congratulations. I'm sorry. It's 10.
Right now, see right there on the insurance. Hello.
Hi.
Good evening. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Robert Yule.
Do you? Okay. So you, I saw you over the weekend, and I guess this is a case that was missed. You were charged July 6th with assault, no injury. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the alleged victim, stay away from the incident location. And you already have a video review that's scheduled for July 23rd at 1:45 at Tucson City Court on your previous matter. I'm going to release you on this one, appoint the Grinkovich Law Firm, which already represents you on the other case. And we're going to keep the same video review, July 23rd, 1:45, Tucson City Court. But I'm not holding you on this charge you're released, but you're going to remain in custody on the other bond that's already in effect. All right? Any questions?
So I'm not being released released, I am being held.
You're
So-
already in there on a $200 bond. I'm not bothering
Okay.
with that. So you're gonna remain on that bond, but the other case that we're seeing you for tonight, you're released on that. But not really released because you're still gonna be in custody.
Right.
All right? July
Okay.
23rd, 1:45. Any questions? Talk to your attorney.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Am I excused?
You're excused.
Thank you.
You're Oh, I didn't sign it.
This is the jail speaking. We have one refusal.
That.
It's gonna be number 2 in the city misdemeanors, no need booking.
Somebody wrote their name was Sally Green. Is that not accurate? That's not her name?
We're just missing her date of birth.
Oh,
Should
okay.
you give her name, we need a date of birth for them too.
Okay. Oh, I guess I'll have to continue with it.
So long. You want to search? Fine. You want to search?
Good evening.
Yo, yes, I want this.
Well, Mr. Robles, you are charged with domestic violence, disorderly conduct with a weapon. 4 counts. So I'm gonna order that you not possess any firearms or other weapons, don't commit any acts of domestic violence, do not have contact of any kind with Carlos Robles. And do not go to the home or workplace of Carlos Robles or uh, Enriqueta Robles,
Yes, sir.
right? The state
Yes, sir.
is asking me to hold you on a $5,500 bond. And pretrial services has recommended that I not release you. Let's hear from defense counsel.
Moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
All right, Judge, so I just confirmed with Mr. Robles. It sounds like it's very confusing in the pretrial services workup. But it sounds like he does live with his sister Isabel, who verified that she lives with him. She is open to contact returning to the residence.
Right.
So we're gonna ask for, given that, he's 56 years old, Judge. His last prior was from 2010. If you look at the interim complaint, it appears this was a mental health crisis. They were actually responding to a suicidal weapon call. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag. So in order for him to get the proper support, we're asking you release him to pretrial services. If you are inclined for a bond, he's not employed currently. So we'd be asking for a $2,500 bond.
All right. Let's hear from the prosecution.
Your Honor, the state adopts the recommendation signed by DCA Hotchkiss earlier this morning. I'm merely repeating them for purposes of this continued hearing.
All right.
State particularly cites the inherent nature of the offense, concern about flight risk, history of 4 prior felony convictions, and the state is concerned about the risk to the community as well.
Okay, thank you. You're muted, by the way. In case that's a private conversation. All right, I'm gonna set bond in the amount of $1,000. Your next court date is July 29th at 1:30. The public defender will represent you. If the bond is posted, you're under the supervision of pretrial services. And things I've already mentioned. The no contact order,
Yeah, I got it.
only the
Okay.
Carlos. And then don't go to his home or the home of Enriqueta Robles.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the others you're free to have contact with. Okay, you're excused. Hello, what's your name?
Timothy Sandifer, sir. Your Honor,
All right.
how you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine. So you've already been seen on several other charges. And you're being held on a $250 bond at Tucson City Court. And you also have a felony hold. The new charges are 2 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. So we're going to order that you have no contact with Timothy Sandifer Senior or Dora Sandifer. Stay away from their home and workplaces.
Yeah, my lawyer came to see me this evening, Your Honor, and he said that those charges were dismissed.
Can you let me finish?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you do get a one-time return visit to get your personal belongings. Don't commit any acts of domestic violence. Bond on this new matter is 300. And you've already got, I think you've already got a video review. Yeah, you do. July 19th at 1:45. So we're just gonna add this case to that. And you're already represented by the city public defender. They're appointed to the new case as well. Okay, July 19th, 1:45. If you bond out, then it's August 8th at 2 o'clock in person. You're excused. Oh, wrong way again.
He's on it.
Hello. Hello.
Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Lyle Alexander, Adame, Your Honor.
Okay. So you're charged with organized retail theft and shoplifting. Looks like you're already being held on another matter. I'm gonna order that you not have contact with the alleged victim. Don't go to any Target store or any AM, PM store.
I'm sorry, or what is it that I'm being charged with?
Work retail theft and shoplifting.
County attorney is asking me to hold you on a $50,000 bond with.
What is,
services-
Okay. Just let the judge talk.
With pretrial services supervision if that bond is posted. And we'll hear from defense counsel.
Just a moment, Your Honor. Okay, Judge, so like you noted, he is already being held on a $10,000 bond. That was issued back in June. He still hasn't posted it. This is a non-violent offense. So given all that, Judge, I don't believe a $50,000 bond is necessary, and we'd be asking for a $5,000 bond.
All right, thank you. We'll hear from the prosecution.
Judge, what we see here is this defendant has an extensive history of theft, burglary, has a conviction for federal drug trafficking, handful of failures to appear, no known residents, notwithstanding the other hold, NCA 6, FTA 6, and based on the interim complaint, he was on quite the theft spree prior to being apprehended. This seems to be a habit. This seems to be a pattern. He doesn't seem to want to stop stealing.
All right. I'm curious, without getting too explicit, there's a no contact order, a no contact request rather, just at the bottom of your recommendation underneath do not consume alcohol. Why is that request being made?
Under all of the conditions, Your Honor,
Yes.
my office is, it's been my understanding the office has the standard conditions for when somebody is on release, that they ought not possess a firearm, incident location, no perception altering substances.
No, the last
And-
one there, underneath that one. No
I see it as-
contact with,
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing one because I see no firearms, no incident location. I see NCA 6, FTA 6, do not drive without a valid license, and other is blank.
no contact with minors.
Oh, that one. No, that, Your Honor, that can be rescinded. That was just, that is not necessary.
That
You're
was
correct.
an error then?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Bond is set in the amount of 5,000. And I'm adding, no firearms or other weapons. Court date, July 29th, 1:30, legal defender appointed. And you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name?
Jacob Murillo Sanz.
You have an arrest warrant out of Pima County Superior Court listing charges of armed robbery, aggravated robbery, and burglary in the first degree No order, no firearms or other weapons, don't have any contact with the alleged victim, and stay away from the incident location. You have a probation hold, so you're being held on that. The county attorney is recommending that I hold you on a $100,000 bond. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Which, I don't believe $100,000 bond is necessary. This is an old case. It's from August of 2022. It looks like the warrant was issued 2 days ago, and the warrant only lists a $10,000 bond. He was never previously arrested on this offense. He's only 18 years old. He's a lifelong Tucson resident with verified housing, employment, and support. Doesn't have any violent priors. So given that he's already being held on a hold, so he gets time credit, I think a $5,000 bond is more appropriate.
All right, thank you. We'll hear from the county attorney.
Your Honor, this individual is one of 3 people that allegedly entered a Circle K on August of 21st of 2022. A handgun was pointed at the victim, the clerk. They jumped the register, and this was processed for points, and the fact that it's 2 years old really shouldn't figure into the fact that this is an armed robbery with a weapon pointed at a clerk who was just there trying to do their job. The fact that he's 18 makes him more of a flight risk. We get that impulsive, not thinking about the consequences of one's actions. If he were to be released from his other hold, there needs to be a substantial bond in place if he makes that, because honestly, this is a huge flight risk. This is an incredibly violent crime. A loaded weapon was pointed at an innocent clerk, and this level of danger to the community cannot be overestimated.
Okay, thank you.
And I would add, there is a note in the IC that says something to the effect of this almost 2 year delay may have been just because the time it took for the prints to be processed. And again, the defendant should not benefit from the time that went by. It should neither diminish nor otherwise ameliorate the consequence of this.
Hmm. This is invalid social. That's interesting. I'm gonna set bond in the amount of 10,000, which is on the warrant. The other conditions we've already been over. The next court date is July 25th at 1:30, and the public defender is appointed. You're excused.
It's a new one.
That's funny.
Page 2. Oh, no.
You want to be technical right now?
Uh-huh. Listen with Judge.
Victor Solis,
Mr. Solis, you have an arrest warrant out of Pima County Superior Court. The charge is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument. $50,000 bond is listed on this warrant. The state is that I hold you without bond, or I guess if in the alternative, a $250,000 cash bond. We'll hear from defense counsel. Oh, and you have a felony hold and a Tucson City Court hold.
Judge, maybe I'm not reading it correctly, but I guess I'm confused where the no bond is coming in. So I don't think that applies. He wasn't on release that I can tell.
Well, perhaps Mr. Postman will enlighten us.
Your Honor, it's entirely possible that I've misread this, but what I see are two incidents here. One refers to conduct on 5/8/2024, and then there are allegations of, let me see. There are also allegations that there were of a subsequent incident on July the 17th, or yesterday, on, unless I'm
Yes, yes.
misreading.
Please.
One moment. Pulling up, I see two cases active right now for this individual. The date of incident on the case ending, one moment, the case ending in 277. I have 5/8/2024, and then I've got another one for 7/14/2024. Talking about, looks to be aggravated assault, domestic violence. And I would add that the victim in this apparently is an elderly, infirm, wheelchair-bound individual who was either straight knocked around, or actually there was a taser involved, is what I'm looking at in these allegations. So state believes this person is very much a risk to the community. This is a repeat victim. At the very least, a very high bond should be set for the safety of the community. And it would appear he was in a position of trust with this infirm individual who ended up being his victim. Thank you.
Okay, Judge, I don't think no bond applies because that charge, the charge we're dealing with is before the 7/14 charge. So if we were dealing with the 7/14 charge, technically, yes, he would be on release and then no bond would apply. But we're dealing with the first charge where he doesn't have these July 14th allegations. So I don't believe the no bond request applies. Additionally, I don't believe $250,000 is necessary in this case. The warrant's only asking for a $50,000 bond. He was never previously arrested. It looks like he is a lifelong resident of Tucson. He has housing. He's already being held on a $5,000 bond, which was just posted a couple days ago. So given all that, Judge, we'd be asking for a $10,000 bond.
Judge,
Yeah,
I am looking at in this, I see in the latter case appears to involve allegations of strangulation of this person who again is wheelchair bound. The state cannot overstate its concern for the safety of this person that apparently this man was entrusted to take care of. Thank you.
And Your Honor, he's already being held on bond on that case, so we're not even dealing with that today. In there, right?
that's the same person.
All right, bond set in the amount of 50,000 for child services supervision if posted. July 25th, 1:30, public defender appointed. You're excused.
Oh, my God.
Let's see.
Hello, what's your name?
Felicia? Alright.
So you're charged with domestic violence assault with minor injury, domestic violence disorderly conduct, and domestic violence criminal damage. I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, you not have contact of any kind with Jose Fierros, and stay away from his home and workplace. And let me read this for a moment. You do get a one-time return visit with a police escort to get your belongings. I am going to release you from custody on this and give you a court date of August 19th at 10:30 a.m. and that'll be at Pima County Justice Court. You're excused. Hello, what's your name?
Agostino Jones.
All right, you have some matters at Tucson City Court. You have a warrant on a trespassing case from February of this year. And you have a warrant on a drug paraphernalia case from January of this year. Another warrant, trespassing and drug paraphernalia from October of last year. And it looks like you owe restitution in the amount of $190.98. And there's a petition to revoke your probation on that matter. Let's see. List. Bond is set in the amount of $200. And we're going to appoint Saul Huerta to represent you. Video review is July 26th at 1:45, or in the alternative, a non-transport review, August 7th at 2:30. You've also got a warrant at Pima County Justice Court on a shoplifting case. Okay. I'll note that you're being held by Tucson City Court. I'm going to release you on the Justice Court matter. Since it looks like you'll be in custody at City Court, we're going to set a video review for July 23rd at 1 o'clock at Justice Court. And you've also got a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. That's a new one at Justice Court. And you're gonna have the same court date, July 23rd. Otherwise, you're released with orders, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and don't go back to the location. All right, you're excused.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, what's your name?
Arnulfo Digochea.
Oh,
I'm not representing you, so you're right. You got it.
Say something.
Yeah, you can say to him.
Your Honor.
okay, just hold on, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Talk about the facts.
So you've got a charge of criminal damage. Looks like you've already been seen on this and have a probation review scheduled for August 28th. And you've got a new charge, domestic violence assault with injury and domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. Don't have contact of any kind with Albert Rodriguez and stay away from his home and workplace. This is being
Yes, Your Honor.
consolidated with the other charge. I am going to set a $500 bond. Video review July 24th at 1:30.
Yes. Your Honor, I have sleep apnea and
Yeah.
I'm on a breathing machine.
You what?
I have sleep apnea. I'm on a breathing machine. And I stopped breathing in my sleep. So I need the breathing machine and I don't have it. So it's like a big thing for me to have sleep apnea and I really need the breathing machine. So
All right.
I'm diagnosed with mental health and stuff. So I take medicines and everything from Al Rio. And
Can anyone at the jail verify that he's on a breathing machine?
yeah, the nurse already knows about it. They know about it, and they've been trying to ask
Okay,
me if
I
can
get,
get it.
you're
Yeah.
talking, sir. I
I'm sorry.
I couldn't hear the other person that spoke up
Okay.
as to whether they can verify the breathing machine.
I can ask the nurse, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's do that then.
Yeah.
Your Honor, nurse staff doesn't have any medical record of it.
I do have a medical record of it.
He said the
I
nurse
will.
didn't have a medical record of it.
I do have it. I should have. I don't. They were supposed to get it, or they're supposed to receive it because the fact that the sleep apnea, I can die in my sleep any day from not in the sleep apnea and stuff. So it's like really super like important. Like it's really it's getting like it's not getting it's getting it worse. It's starting to become a severe sleep apnea. I've been having it for over a year, like over a year and a half now. I've been trying to go to like Ario and been trying to take care of it and stuff. And very soon I have an appointment with Ario to get on a different breathing machine.
If I release you, will you stay away from Albert Rodriguez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will you
I will.
will you also come to your court dates?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, in that case, I am gonna release you,
Thank you, Your Honor.
and your next court date will be August 28th at 10 a.m. at Tucson City Court, which is already set.
Okay, Your Honor. Appreciate you, Your Honor.
You're excused.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, your name?
Vincent Pisano, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're charged with domestic violence, assault, no injury, and domestic violence disorderly conduct. And let me review this. Okay, I'm gonna order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. You're not to have contact of any kind with Kevin Rosenhan.
Your Honor,
Excuse me, sir.
sorry.
And do not return to his home or workplace with the exception of a one-time visit with a police escort to get belongings. I am going to release you from custody on this. Your court date at Tucson City Court is August 27th at 1:30.
The thing is, Your Honor, I understand what you're saying, but we also work together. And now if I'm not allowed to go back to my place, I don't even know where I can go. I don't know where to go. So not really.
All right, hold on.
If anything, he
Stop
would be the
talking,
one-
sir. I heard what you said.
Sorry.
What kind of work do you do?
We both work at an Amazon fulfillment center.
All right. That's
He's there now.
That's a big place. Do you have the same shift?
We have the same shifts, but we work in different departments.
All right. You can continue to work at Amazon, but don't have any unnecessary contact with him. All right?
Okay.
August
Yes.
23rd, Tucson City Court. Excuse me. Oh, I'll take it. You could.
Let's see right.
Hello, what's your name?
Armando Bustillos. Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening. You're charged with armed robbery and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Order, no firearms or other weapons. You're not to have contact of any kind with the alleged victim and stay away from Circle K. All of them.
Yes, Your Honor.
The county attorney is asking me to hold you on a $150,000 cash bond. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Judge, we'd be asking that you follow pretrial services recommendation. He has no priors. He's 25 years old with no priors. He does not have an active NBCA flag. He's a 1 on the FTA scale and the NCA scale. He's a lifelong resident of Tucson, so his ties to the community is not a flight risk. After speaking with Mr. Bustillos, it seems like there may have been a justification defense involved. Obviously, there's very limited facts. But given the fact that he doesn't have any priors, much less anything violent, we'd be asking you to give him a chance on pretrial services with the conditions you imposed.
We'll hear from the county attorney.
Your Honor, this defendant is alleged to have gone into a Circle K, started shoplifting merchandise, and when he was confronted by the clerk, the defendant pulled a pistol, pointed it at the clerk. Post Miranda, he admitted that he did pull the pistol on this clerk, but claimed he was only looking to pistol whip the victim. This sort of absolutely abhorrent conduct just absolutely, this man presents a clear and present danger to the community and should not be released. One, it was shoplifting, and two, apparently because somebody was trying to stop him from shoplifting, he pulled a gun. This is an absolute risk to the community. He's absolutely a flight risk. The lack of previous felony convictions doesn't really balance against that. And I would note that he does have a misdemeanor record of threatening, intimidating. So this is not his first time around. This man is dangerous, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We're gonna add no alcohol or illegal drugs. We're gonna set bond in the amount of $7,500. Your next court date is July 29th at 1:30, and the public defender is appointed. You're excused.
That's it.
Good evening, Your Honor.
What's your name?
My name is Nathan Sana.
Sir. So you have an arrest warrant out of Maricopa County. Federal appear warrant on an aggravated DUI
Mhm.
with $1,000.
Yes.
So what happened that you got a warrant, sir?
So like what happened, Your Honor, I was planning just like to start paying like a little bit this week. So like, nothing, I think didn't do any mistake, nothing I did. I'm sorry for my English, but like I was right there just helping my cousin, by hospital, and then they come and just like take my ID like a sheriff, and they say you are no warrant, but I did everything like my tax return, and tomorrow I will say I'll go and start paying with like proper. So and that's why I'm here, but I don't know what happened by the way. I didn't do nothing, so I have to start to pay tomorrow.
You talking about paying. It
Yes.
says here that you failed to appear for a sentencing.
I'm sorry.
Says pretrial services said you failed to appear for a sentencing. And this
So
is
that
from,
was
and this is from 2022.
this year.
No, this year is
Last year.
2024.
Oh, okay. So actually, maybe
You were released on this in 2022. And you failed to appear for a sentencing in September of 2023. And here we are in July of 2024.
Mayona, tomorrow, if you give me like a favor, I can go and correct everything if you don't mind. On race, please. Because I'm in Tucson, but I can go and just correct everything, please.
Well, why didn't you go there when you were supposed to?
Just because in numbers, emails, everything. So have been changed, and just to let me know, I didn't know any update, so I can go and explain them. I will go there, but
Why don't you explain to me why you didn't go?
I'm sorry.
Why don't you explain to me why you didn't go?
Oh, actually, your owner, I came from Phoenix, February, just to come to search for work. So and then the phone just I don't know, the phone just went off. So I've tried just to search for the other phone. So that's what happened. And I did again the new update for that. So I'm so sorry about that. And I have to change about that. And I'm so sorry about that. And I did again any information about from the mailbox. So I'm so sorry about it.
And on top of it, you've got a problem for driving in extreme driving.
I know, sir.
All right, I'm gonna set a bond in the amount of $500.
Your Honor,
Yeah,
You say?
You wanted to say something else?
No, actually, I didn't listen. They said like a 500 for what?
Hold on.
Okay, thank you.
If you post the bond, you got 2 business days, of, within your release, date to schedule a court appearance in the Maricopa County Court. If you don't post the bond, then your matter will be reviewed again on August 19th at 9 o'clock. You're excused.
Right, you're good.
Thank you, Honor.
You're welcome.
There you go.
No.
So, thank you.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Edgar Perry.
Okay, one moment. Mr. Perry, you're charged with theft of means of transportation, burglary in the 3rd degree, and possession of burglary tools. We're gonna order no alcohol or drugs, don't possess any firearms or other weapons, don't have contact with the alleged victim or victims, and stay away from the incident locations. The pretrial services recommends against release. County attorney's asking me to hold you on a $100,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. We'll hear from defense counsel.
The moment you're. Okay, Judge,
I was doing that. I'm sorry, like recently I
okay, Judge, so I just spoke with Mr. Perry. He does have employment, but, and he works in the community doing various types of jobs. So I don't believe that $100,000 bond is necessary in this case. It is a nonviolent offense, and given his financial situation, I think that's much higher than considering his financial conditions and being the least onerous to him. So. So we'd be asking for a $5,000 bond.
We'll hear from the county attorney.
Judge, this individual has 11 prior felonies. I did the math and he spent close to, if not over 19 years in prison since 2003. We have transporting drugs. We have promoting prison contraband, ag assault with a deadly weapon, flight from law enforcement, ag DUI, narcotic drugs possessing, prison contraband, narcotic drugs for sale, promoting prison contraband, promoting prison contraband, promoting prison contraband, narcotic drugs for sale, resist arrest, assaulting a police officer, dangerous drugs, dangerous drugs, dangerous drugs, criminal trespass in the first, probation revocation on that one, and there's been several other probation revocations as well. Berg 2, Berg 3, Berg 2, probation revoked, and resisting arrest, criminal trespass in the first. Your Honor, the list is 11 separate cases, easily over 20 some odd charges, over 19 years in the past 21 years have been in custody. And now he's arrested for allegedly stealing vehicles. This man doesn't seem to want to obey the law, and the community shouldn't bear that risk.
All right, thank you. Bond is set in the amount of $30,000. July 29th, 1:30, public defender appointed. You're excused. And pretrial services if posted.
Judge, just so you know, the storm's starting to kick up in my neighborhood. So if I lose power, I'll go to battery and use my cell phone for a hotspot. So
Okay, I think this is.
it is the last one.
Last one, okay, so. You're Mr. Sheik,
Yes, sir.
charged with disorderly conduct with weapon. County attorney's asking for a $100,000 bond with pretrial services supervision. We'll hear from the defense.
Judge, we'd be asking you to release him to pretrial services. He has verified housing, employment, and support. He has 2 priors, but they're from 1997 and 2043 years old, with an NCA at a 3 and an FTA at a 2. Looking at the incident, it looks like this was likely a case of self-defense, as there was a physical altercation between the two. And then Mr. Sheik went and got a weapon, which was confirmed by an observer to have never been pointed at anyone, but only brandished. It seems like a reasonable incident of self-defense. So that's why pretrial services recommended ROR, not even pretrial release, just straight ROR. And so we'd be asking that you put him on pretrial.
Okay, we'll hear from the county attorney.
Your Honor, my read of the interim complaint is the defendant escalated a verbal and later minor physical altercation by going to his vehicle, retrieving a firearm, and then brandishing it at the coworker. And then after that, he fled. So that means he extracted himself from the situation, went to his vehicle, and then re-engaged with the weapon. That doesn't speak to self-defense. He has had 2 prior felony convictions and what I see as 8 years probation and a year of DOC since 1997. And just the inherent nature of this offense and the fact that a weapon was produced. The way the IC reads is he left and he came back. That is not self-defense. That's unnecessarily escalating and using a weapon. And this man is
Oh. I'm very. And you check that, but you're honest.
Your Honor, I'd just like to say that it doesn't say he escalated it by getting a weapon out. It says it was escalated and then they both got involved in a physical altercation. Additionally, he's not a prohibited possessor. He's allowed to have a weapon and use it in a lawful way. I don't think we should punish him for that.
Your Honor, if I may,
No, you may not. The point is, it doesn't say that he escalated. That's true. But it does say he left, he went to his vehicle, and then he came back with a handgun. If he went to his vehicle, he could have gone away. I mean, bond is set in the amount of 50,000, July 25th, 1:30. And the public defender is appointed. You're excused. Have a good evening.
good evening, Your Honor.
Hope your power stays on.